Hey, you. Hello. You may be thinking to yourself, I wish there was a game that I could play. An SAO game that is brand new. You know what I mean? And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. There is one. Introducing Sword Online Fractured Daydream. Beta test, of course. To be honest, I was waiting for this game to come out. I really was. To be completely honest with you. And now we have the beta test. And here are some clips that I literally had to cut out a lot because my games were very long. They were not short in the slightest. But thankfully, this beta was free for everybody. And I mean free for everybody. It didn't matter. PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Switch. So, let me just give you a little bit of the concept of the game. So that way you don't, you know, think too much about this. Pretty much everything is simple. You get into a game and there's 3 different types of modes. Only for the beta, of course, but there's gonna be more in the game when it launches. There's tutorial, which everyone already finished. There is a co-op quest, and there is a boss raid. So this game that I'm playing now is the co-op quest. Basically, the co-op quest is just you and 4 other people, as well as different types of parties. A, B, C, D, and E. Each one has an assigned objective, and that objective could either be 2 things. One, to do this quest, which is basically escorting this girl on a spider, and just basically go to the objective that she's supposed to go to. That's pretty much that. And once you get to the end, you basically have a treasure chest, jeez, and you basically go through a portal to another world. And the second one is basically just you finding bosses and just killing the boss that you're assigned to kill. And that's just one half of the missions that you're supposed to do. The second half of the mission is you go to the portal and you go to another world, which basically your objective here is to basically find a tower, or you can find different terminals, and you basically go to these terminals and you just shut them off. And that's basically all of that. And you don't have to go straight into the terminals. Though, like, this map is big, so you could basically look for treasures and chests and bigger enemies to fight to level up. It's all up to you. If you want your party to stay together, you could go together if they want to, but it's not always guaranteed. Once you do all of that and you actually find the area that has the tower, you want to go to these terminals and you want to deactivate the tower. The tower takes a long time to deactivate, and enemies will keep spawning in, and strong enemies will appear. Strong enemies and little ads will spawn in as well, and they hit hard. As soon as they find out that you're on a terminal, they'll target you, or they'll target anyone that's on the terminal, but they will come for you. Once you actually deactivate the tower, a gate will open, and it will lead straight to the final boss, which he is at a gate that could either be close by or could be far away. It could be anywhere. Who knows? Once you get to the boss, the only thing you can do is kill him. That's basically it. And he takes a while to kill. He is a tanky boss. He is not weak, he is strong, and it will take a while to kill him. But if your gear is pretty much solid, you should have no problem defeating him. And there's 20 players, so soon enough you're going to get him down. And once you're done with that, you basically just get all your loot. That's basically the concept of co-op. And the game itself is pretty much sluggish, so you may feel some delays in your combos, but it's still pretty smooth in certain angles. But once you again manage to defeat them, the game will of course show who the MVP of the party is, and it will show it at the end. And you basically get extra XP for the MVP, as well as getting S rank missions as well. So pretty much you should be solid. And then at the end you get all your loot. It'll show you the rankings and it'll basically give you all the loot. And of course it will give you the loot for characters that are not out yet in the beta. They're only out for the actual game. So do keep in mind that you won't see every single character, but you will see a lot of gear that is not for the characters in the beta. The next quest is the boss raid, and these will switch. There's the sword golem, and there is I think it's the Grim Reaper or Skull Reaper. He's basically powerful as well, but they're all powerful. Of course, like any boss raid, he hits hard and he has a lot of health. So it's necessary that you have a character that's strong enough to basically do a lot of damage, because he will hit hard, and you have to beat the boss I think within 10 to 8 minutes. So if you don't have a lot of damage in your character's arsenal, you might lose that boss battle. But I've never really had that happen to me because everyone's been playing the game for quite a while and actually got some pretty decent gear. So pretty much you could pick a solid character and see what happens. But the boss raids aren't usually difficult, they just hit really hard. So do expect the boss to really hit, and do expect people to die a lot in this boss battle. People will get hit hard and you will see a lot of downs in this boss battle. You really will. So no guarantees that no one is not gonna die. But that's basically the concept of just that. And of course, throughout the boss battle, the main objective in the beginning is to get rid of these little portals. These portals will keep spawning ads. If you don't get rid of these portals, the ads will keep spawning like over and over and over again. They'll instantly spawn ads, so you want to get rid of that first. And of course, that is your biggest thing, so that way you can get enough level up points and attack power and health up to basically fight the boss. So, oof, I thought it was so parched. But as you can see, his health bar is literally humongous. It is a big health bar. It is not low in the slightest. So, you won't be here for a while doing this. And as you can see, while the boss battles keep going, it also keeps score of who's doing the most damage. So, of course, it's a competition as well for each party member to do some great damage. So hopefully you'll be able to do that damage. And during the fight as well, there are also little missions that it will drop off. When doing these missions, it will just say do the most damage, or it will say get him to at least like second health or whatever. And once it ends, when the timer ends, and whoever got the most damage at the end of it will be rewarded with extra XP and a chance for extra rewards. So also, that's why it's also very important as well, and it'll show you who the top performer is, so that way it shows you who did the most. But yeah, that's important to get your character's level up as well, so that way you get extra points, because there are loot that is very low, which is like cosmetics and gear that is very hard to get. So, and the only way to get them is to actually do really well in the boss battle. So be sure to be on top of that, so that way you get better rewards, because like all games, sometimes we just don't have that much luck. And I know that for a fact. My luck is garbage. It is absolutely atrocious, disgusting. So hopefully you'll be able to do better than me. And hopefully you might be able to share some of that luck, because I actually need it. Especially for games like this. Especially for games like this. And, like all games, it will give you loot. And as you can see, I didn't really get that much good loot from that fight. So yeah, but boss raids are always so fun to do because you get better rewards in that fight rather than the actual co-op. But co-op is basically just for you to level up, at least for me it does. And close to the ending, you can see who did the most damage, got the most downs in the ranking system, so that way you can also check it as well. Just to, see if you did good. But that's pretty much it for Sword Art Online. If you want to play this game, it's in the stores on all platforms, and it's free to download. So go ahead and knock yourself out, and let's see if you can do better than me. I'm pretty sure you will, because my luck is not good. I hope you guys enjoy the Sword Art Online game, and please share some of that luck. I need it.